Alright then, hello guys. Today we're doing another PicoCTF challenge. And the challenge we're doing today is going to be called Printer Shares 2. It says, "Your secure printer is now in use. I'm confident no one can leak the message again, or can you? Additional details will be available after launching your instance." So it's very similar to Printer Shares 1. So what we could do is type SMB client, do -L to list whatever we have, and then we name the what we're targeting, the domain we're targeting. And after that, we have to specify the port, doing I think -P port, and then inserting the port that we want to target, which is 54362, 54362. And then we do a -N for no prompt to happen. And then we're gonna list the shares that we currently have, which are shares, secure shares, and IPC. And one of the things it tells us is that two printers are available on this, one private and one public. This is the one that's publicly shared. This is the one that's privately shared. So let's check out the one that's publicly shared. So except the listing, we just want to directly access it, and from that we just type shares, and from right here we could list out all, we could get all the content that we want. Content.txt, get Kafka.txt, and get notification.txt. And from right here we just exit out, and then we cat the content, cat the Kafka, and then cat the notification. And the thing we see right away with notification is that we have a username called Joe, so that gives us a username to start using. And then after that, it says that it's currently using the default password, and that's where the hints from print shares number 2 come into play. It says default password is dangerous. Can you find a potential user? And 3, the word list Rocky TXT is pretty common for password cracking. So we had to brute force the password for this challenge. So with this, what we could use is a tool called NetExec, which is the tool that surpass, or the one that comes after crackback exec, or SMB crackback exec, that we could use to I guess scan an SMB. So what we could do is type NetExec for SMB, type the type the domain that we're targeting, which is a popular tool that we could like brute force. And after that, we could do -port. Yeah, -port. Yeah, and the -port. And from right here, what we could use is start using we could name the port number that we're gonna be using, which is 54362. And then -U for user, which is going to be Joe, because we're going to assume they just stuck with first naming conventions. And after that, we could -P. And from right here, before I guess we do any of that, let's just do that. Cancel it. From right here, let's go to user shares. They want us to use RockU word list. We see RockU is zipped up, so you could use gzip-d RockU.gz. We now have access to RockU. Now -P, we just put the name of the word list that we're trying to target. Word list RockU, and then we use -T for threads. We want 50. And then if we run this, we should see Joe getting brute force with the entire RockU.txt list. So we'll just wait for that. It says you couldn't ignore non-UTF characters with ignore PW decoding, so that's an extra flag we need to add. Ignore PW decoding. And now we just wait for this NetExec process to be completed, or for it to finish running, because right now it's gonna brute force all the passwords within RockU.txt, so it would take a while. And from my understanding, RockU currently goes iteratively, so it just goes straight down the list, so this could take a while. So I guess to give you guys an idea of what's gonna happen right now is that we just have to wait for this to, I guess, we get the correct password. Luckily for me, since I've done this challenge before, I already know the password. but it depends what we're trying to do right now at the moment. If we're in a rush, what I could technically do is just open up a new shell for this while that's running. Oh wait, close that. While that's running, we go on Arch Linux, and then from right here we could just run the Docker run this, and this is not gonna affect that. Yeah, it's not affecting that. Since I already know the password, there's no need for me to still running, right? Yeah, it's still running the password spraying. So since I already know the password, I can just directly do the next steps while that's running to show you guys what the next password is. So we could do SMB client dash L. We could, I guess, start targeting the new one. So we could target SMB client Green Hill dot PicoCTF.net, and then we could target secure share, which hold the private printer shares, and then we could do dash P for port, and we could just type the port that we want to target, which is 54362. Go back right here, and then we just type the username Joe. Invalid SMB client, I think user dash U capitalize, and then they want a password for Joe. In my case, let's just check if it did it finish cracking it or did it finish brute forcing it. It's still running, but it should stop when we see a plus sign, and I don't see any plus sign right here. So it's still doing the challenge, the brute forcing. So the password used for this one is called popcorn. So we type popcorn, we're logged in. And now we type ls, we get the flags. We do get flag.txt, and then we could exit out from right here, cat flag.txt, and we get PicoCTF SMB printer shares share secure. So I guess before, if we try accessing this specific 5462 54362 54362, it's gonna assume roots. We don't have it, so we can't connect. Slash user Joe, we can't connect to, but I think if we do shares, it's gonna automatically connect us without no specific username. Yep. So see, that connects us because there's no security behind it, and what we're trying to guess is the Joe username. So now if we go back to escape this, oh damn, I might have accidentally closed my let's see, exit out of full screen Windows, F11 or escape. I don't know what I did right here. So F11. Okay, now we got after that. Go back right here, and we got, see, like Joe, the password, the username Joe with the password popcorn worked, and that's how we were able to log in with the popcorn password that we did earlier. So if we, I think we exit out of this and just show you guys again, dash user Joe, and type in popcorn, we get access to the flag. Oh, and then I put the wrong one, so exit. secure shares, and I don't have slash u Joe, and then show it again, popcorn, and we get the flag. So yeah, that's about it. And let's just exit out right here, cat flag.txt, grab that, and then share it to the rest of them. Go share right here, and that should solve us the challenge. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys learned something new today. I know I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.